Yo, 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 welcome, welcome. This evening, we are actually officially having our Father's Day episode a day after Father's Day. Well, a couple days after Father's Day. And to welcome in my co host from the Coastal Bros, president of Sports Daddy TV, my main man, Big Chief. Here you
Hey,
go.
yo, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's
Glad to
good?
be on the in the mic.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a
It's
minute.
been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had an epiphany when I had took my son to the library because now it's summer and we're spending more time together. So for some reason, I was just at the library and I just started writing and writing and writing. And I'm like, okay, I can do this, you know. And I banged out a whole episode, and I wanted to focus in on one guy who has been the epitome of evil in the NFL, but off the field, everybody knows him as a good dad, a husband who will do anything for his wife, Tom Brady. And I know we're not fully into the NFL, but I want to ease in a little bit. So, having a little bit of conversation about fathers, I'm going to stick to Tom Brady for just this segment.
Okay.
Um, so Tom Brady is at it again.
Yeah.
Officially today, Gronk is out.
Yeah. He
So
lost. He lost his security blanket. So
yeah, so I believe that means I think they kept OJ Howard and then they got another wide receiver. So I think he'll be good in the new office they got. But there's a few questions now that Tom Brady has now officially retired and unretired. One of them is, in your opinion, what does Tom Brady really have to prove at this point?
nothing. He doesn't have to prove anything. It's basically he's playing for the love of the game. It's the love of just wanting to play. It's what do I want to do? I'm 45. I don't. Do I want to go into the broadcast booth? Well, we know he signed a big contract with Fox, but does he want to do that right now? Who knows? He misses it, and that's what I was willing to see because it's cool. Everybody wants to retire. Everybody wants to retire at the end, of a long season. But when you're gonna get stuff, I see who's coming on, so I'll wait.
Okay. Just so you guys know, we have another sports fan who normally joins us, the official, unofficial fourth Sports Daddy TV member, Mr. Romero.
Just call me the Time Lord, guys. Late as usual.
It's all good. We were just getting into the first question of this Father's Day segment, and my focus on this father just happens to be Tom Brady. We all hate him, and we all love him.
The guy
Okay.
we love to hate.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, everybody knows I'm the biggest Tom Brady hater, but we also know when it comes to the game of football, I'm the biggest respecter of the game. Period. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for that, Big Chief.
Yeah.
Um, so, Big Chief, you can continue your dialogue of what you were saying about Tom Brady. Go right ahead.
So, like I was saying, when you finish come January, February, whenever season's over for that team, you've played 17 weeks of football, 21 weeks of football if you count the playoffs, 24 weeks if you count the preseason. Then you're talking now you're into the 90 month, 3 months, 4 months if you count the conditioning, the OTAs. You're tired. You're done. And for a guy like Tom Brady, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hang it up. I'm done. I'm gonna hang it up. And then so you retire. So what I was thinking is like, I'm not gonna believe this guy's gonna retire until he gets to July or August, because by August and July is you get that itch. You get that itch. You're like, you know what? I want to still play. I can still play. I want to do play now. Granted, it took him what 3 weeks before he decided he decided to go unretire, but it's that I want. This is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing. So why not? So you gotta wait and see. And he just when you ask me what does he have to prove, he has to prove nothing. It's for the love of the game. he doesn't have to prove anything. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going in hands down, unanimously. He'll probably be one of our unanimously vote guys to get in. If nobody votes him in the first year, it's because they have something against him. Because he should be unanimously number one, hands down, first year ballot.
I have a challenge on that. If he doesn't get in the first year, that's because he's Tom Brady and he got in early because that's when Tom Brady wanted like any flags he wants to get. Okay.
But when he retires in 5 years, he will be in the Hall of Fame unanimously, hands down, 100%. But yeah, he has nothing to prove. It's for the love of the game. He wants to do,
at this point, he has nothing to prove. I mean, he's just playing, like you said, for the love of the game. I mean, he's pretty much, received every accolade. I mean, what more is there to prove? I mean, he came back because obviously he feels like he can still compete at a high level. And as an old guy, I'm kind of pulling for him. I mean. I used to feel like like Joey was saying, I was Brady's biggest hater, but I mean, you got to respect the guy for what he's been able to do for such a long period of time to play at a high level, and I mean, damn near got to the Super Bowl again last year. I mean, they were a play or two away from reaching
coming back against the Rams, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that he decided to come back. I mean, when you're that close, why not run it back? One more year.
Yeah, and if I'm to play devil's advocate here, which honestly I kind of like to play that role, if there's anything he does have to prove, it's not anything that he has to prove to like the dudes in the locker room. I think it's mostly a lot of fan bases. I think there's still a large group of people, and I'm one of them. I'm not even going to front. They still hold an asterisk to his name because of the cheating that he's been associated with, because of the flat ball, and then the most famous Instagram post. I still can't believe he did it. He's watching the Oakland game, and he's watching himself fumble. He says, "Guys, I think that's a fumble." I mean, there's just some of the things that he does that like irks me, but he does it on purpose to be funny.
He was trolling you.
Yeah, I know, and it worked. It worked. We all know it was a fumble. I'm not even a Raider fan.
Charles Woodson didn't think that was funny.
I didn't think it was funny either.
I did.
I'm one of them. And the infamous, I broke my phone because I don't want anybody to see private pictures of my wife. I mean, Tom Brady is historical and hysterical. So, am I going to miss him when he's gone? Absolutely not. I honestly am not going to miss him.
Not even a little bit, Joey? Not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit. But when he gets inducted, you daggone right I'm going to give him that respect. He's done it longer and at a higher level than anybody else will ever play. There will never be another 45-year-old playing in the NFL and playing 18 games. I don't care what Aaron Rodgers thinks he's going to do. He ain't even got nobody to throw to right now. And he's at what, 40? And Drew Brees left at 41? This dude's at 45 eating guacamole ice cream. Like, this dude. I respect his 40 to 45 years more than any of the other years just because you shouldn't be able to do that. He has conquered time, even though time is not conquered. And the next question, can a 45-year-old survive a whole season with nothing to prove to himself? Daniel, you first.
Yeah, he can survive a whole season because the way the NFL is, and as far as passing league, and the way he's been, and because this guy, look, he's not sitting on the couch doing nothing, right? He guy keeps in shape pretty much 12 months out of the year. He's in some type of playing shape all year long. He probably has he has his own personal chef. And he's eating clean, eating healthy, probably eating the way we should be eating. And
Tell me about it.
okay, so I mean, if you look at the numbers here, I broke down his years in 2020 and 2021 in um in Tampa. Okay, he's plus 1.8% in completion yards. He's plus 703 yards in total yards. He's plus 3 touchdowns. He's even at 12 interceptions with 12, and he's only minus zero point 0.1 with the rating, which is 102.1 and 102.2. So his averages, he's actually getting better with age. He's like a fine wine. He gets better with age. And yes, he can survive this. He can survive this season. He can survive another 3 years.
Yeah. He wouldn't have come back for an additional season if he didn't feel that, he'd be protected out there. I mean, let's be honest. The league protects quarterbacks more than ever. I mean, you might as well just put a mini skirt on these guys out there because I mean, for the most part, especially in practices. I go to the training camp for the Cowboys in Oxnard every year, and the quarterback is off limits. I mean, you can't even sniff them. You can't get. I mean, you can't. And it's
Red jacket, baby, red jacket. Yeah, I get
it's
you.
understandable. I mean, you got to protect the QBs. I mean, they are for the most part the faces of their franchises. So you got to protect your QBs, especially a guy like Tom Brady. I mean, the NFL goes above and beyond and makes sure that he stays upright.
Yeah. And in my opinion, can a 45-year-old survive a whole season? I'm gonna say no. But then again, talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the exception to the rule.
Why though?
He will be the one that will survive at 45 years old. What were you saying?
I'm asking because you said 40. Can a 45 guy survive a whole season? You said no, so I was kind of hoping you would elaborate. But then you said, but Tom Brady somehow will do it. So
Yeah,
that's why I was curious. I thought maybe you were.
He gets special treatment.
Yeah,
yeah. He'll get the flags. He's the exception to the rule. So,
well, now we got to figure out. I'm looking at this depth chart. The depth chart right here. He has Cameron Brate as his starting tight end right now. So now he lost his.
What's going on with Gronk? So
he retired.
He officially retired today. It's out on Instagram. Yeah.
I thought he was just trying to avoid training camp.
No.
So did I.
I think he officially said he's going to hang it up. Now, again, it goes back to like I was saying earlier. We're in June. Talk to me in August when he avoids training camp and maybe wants to come back.
And then apparently Drew Rosenhaus came out and said that he wouldn't be surprised if if Tom Brady called him in the middle of the season and all of a sudden, he comes out of retirement for Tom Brady.
Drew Rosenhaus is the worst, man.
He come out of retirement once already for Brady, so would not shock me if he comes back. It's like, okay, look, these athletes today that retire are making a mockery out of retirement. Right?
Hey, Brett Favre started it.
Magic Johnson started it. Michael Jordan.
That's a whole other conversation for a whole other day. He had issues.
Michael Jordan started it.
He was allowed to start it.
Okay.
And then he came back and finished it.
Twice.
But twice. That's a whole other conversation.
The fact that Drew Rosenhaus is his agent, nothing would surprise me, man. When you look up sleazy sports agent, Drew Rosenhaus is the
is the first picture.
Yeah, man.
And then the second picture
guy,
and then the second picture is the cats who run LeBron James's camp. Those two cats.
Come on.
Let's be honest. They're trying to get. They got NFL players now, and it's going to get worse. I'm just saying.
I have to
LeBron slander.
I have to object. It's Rosenhaus 1, Scott Boras 2.
No,
Boras.
They've been past Scott Boras.
No, Scott
Dude,
Boras and MLB.
They got They got John Wall $44 million a year, and he's only played one season in that contract.
I understand that, but trust me when I tell you,
that's a good agent. That's a good
That's
agent, man.
And good agent.
Scott Boras
doing the job.
Scott Boras is the Drew Rosenhaus of MLB. Trust me, Scott Boras gets his people paid a lot of money for not that many years.
Everybody but Nerlens Noel. He's the only in that LeBron camp that didn't get paid. He's the only one that didn't get paid.
I wonder why.
Everybody else gets paid.
Was it Nerlens Noel, a former teammate of LeBron when he's in Miami?
No.
That wasn't him? Oh, no, that was Cole, right?
Yeah.
Norris Cole or something. Anyway,
and Norris Cole did it. Norris Cole did end up getting paid an endorsement, so he was happy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get off topic, so go ahead.
Right. So Tom Brady had this quote, I had the appetite to compete, and it's going to be gone soon. Now, this was my reference to the dude has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So the question behind this quote is, can Tampa Bay, will he be the same Psycho Tom now knowing and him officially stating publicly that he's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out?
Go ahead, Ramon.
I mean, that remains to be seen. I mean, it's hard to say, really. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, he doesn't have the head coach is new now, right? So he's got a new head coach, got a new coordinator, right. So, and he's gonna have some new players. I mean, I'm looking at the depth chart right now. He has Fournette as running back, Evans, Goodwin if he can stay healthy, Cage, Bray, who knows about him, right? And he's gonna have a good, he has White, Johnson, and Perriman as far as backup receivers, and Grayson. So it all depends on his staff. Now, this could look very New Englandish, to where you don't want to get any of these guys on your fantasy team because he's going to spread the ball around, and they're going to use a lot of they might take a lot of that shoulders and put it on Fournette and White as far as just so it might look very, very New England South as they call it out down here,
Wow.
Tampa Bay Patriots South out here down here in Central Florida. So don't be surprised if it's like that.
Yeah. So Bruce Arians got replaced by Todd Bowles, right?
Yeah.
He replaced himself with Todd Bowles, and he jumped upstairs because he no longer, and it is official now, he no longer wanted to coach Tom Brady. They butt heads way too much. That's the quote from not only Tom Brady in a nice way, but Bruce Arians in the blunt way. So
that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, because Brady, the whole Belichick Brady relationship, and I think Brady's at the point in his career where he wants to call the shots now, and maybe that's where they bump heads.
Well, he's this version of the old quarterback from the Colts.
Peyton?
No. Before Colts. But the Baltimore Colts?
Jim Harbaugh?
Baltimore Colts.
Oh, Baltimore. Oh, Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas called his own plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Johnny Unitas ran his own team the way he wanted to do it. And I think this Tom Brady wants to run his own team. I'm going to call my own plays.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's earned that right.
Yes.
I think he's earned that right.
Yes, he's earned it right, but then again, when it comes to the argument of the greatest quarterbacks, I still can't do it. This is a guy he can only do. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Tom Brady's up there though. I'm not gonna front. He's in the top 10.
That's next episode, right? Not this one.
Yes. So we will be talking about that. It's Thursday, right, Big Chief?
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay. So we will be in the mic on Thursday, and we'll be talking about all the quarterbacks, top 10, last 10, who the best backups are for your fantasy privileges. So here we go. I want a percentage from the both of you. The chances that Tom Brady is going to a Super Bowl this year? Big Chief.
If everybody stays healthy, you're gonna be
Mhm.
shocked with this number. Ready? 60%.
Wow,
Because
that's more than
60%.
a shot that I would give them.
60% if
Well,
everybody
you
stays
should you should put
now
some money down on them.
healthy.
I need
I
one
didn't.
of them
No,
old
no, no,
black
no, no.
church
Hey, look,
fans that you need in the
look.
South.
I did not.
Ooh, baby.
I did not say they would win it. I said they would
Even to get to a Super Bowl,
get there. 60
that's
is
a high number.
they have to stay healthy-ish because you're not healthy. No team is ever healthy going into the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Healthy-ish. 30% if they miss Edwins or Godwin. If they miss any of those two wide receivers, they drop down because I believe those wide receivers are the catalyst. Because if you look at the depth chart, there's nobody other than those two that could fill the void. Russell Gage can't do it.
Wow.
Grayson, Pyramid, and then you got the guys that just got drafted. So I'm thinking it's all about Goodwin or Godwin. Sorry, Godwin,
No, you're
Evans,
good to go. You're good to go.
Fournette and White, but also on that Todd Bowles defense because it's going to be heavy duty on that defense. It might look more like the year that Peyton went to the Super Bowl with Brady. I mean, with the Denver, the last one, Super Bowl 50. He did just enough to get there, and he rode that back of Von Miller and the defense. So
I mean,
that's why I say
Romero, your percentage and why?
60%.
6.
I'll preface it with this. I mean, you can't ever count Tom Brady out, but
But
I'm surprised that Chief Daddy over there is giving them a 60%. Did I hear that right?
60.
60%.
60.
Man. Yeah, I would probably say I would probably give them 25% chance, maybe a quarter. I mean, to be honest with you, I think whoever comes out of the AFC West, I mean, because that division, in itself is going to be.
that's the next episode, bro.
Yeah,
That's the next episode.
But yeah, I give them a very slim chance just because it's Tom Brady, and we talked about it earlier. The NFL does, tend to help him along the way. And I mean, they would like nothing more than for him to ride into the sunset.
I got a question. If this is Brady's swan song, and this is officially last year, you don't think the NFL will find a way to get Brady in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. I mean, of course, they would love nothing more than to.
He's the most hated and loved guy ever. The ratings will go skyrocket.
Oh yeah, Big Chief.
Is that Rosenhaus?
Oh no, I'm sorry. No. Big Chief is not. I'm sorry, it's reporters. Big Chief is not saying that the NFL is going to put Tom Brady for ratings. No, that's not what Big Chief. No. He's talking about Vegas. He's talking about money. He ain't talking about the NFL is not setting nobody up. What you talking about?
Hey,
no.
Joey,
Yeah.
I think Big Chief already hit happy hour.
Yeah.
Before
it's 8:00 over here, buddy.
Yeah. Fox Sports 14. Yeah, we'll get back to you. All right, thank you. That's the sports channel after the Deportes. Okay, so I'm way under Big Chief and I'm a little bit above Romero. I'm at 32%.
That's an interesting number.
All right, why? 25% makes me think like, okay, they're gonna be one of the. Go ahead, Big Chief.
I just looked this up right now on sporting betting, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are second to reach the Super Bowl with plus 750 underneath the Buffalo Bills.
I would drop Buffalo down, but I mean.
But I'm just saying, followed by
No,
the Chiefs.
I get you.
So followed by Buffalo, the Bills, Buccaneers, Chiefs, Packers. Look at man, I was excited to go to this Chief Buccaneer game this year, and as soon as that man said him coming back, I said, "Well, I like my kidneys. I can't sell them yet, so I can't go to that game, and it's a Sunday night game as well. So, sorry, can't go."
The Brady effect.
Yes. So if that's not telling you right there that the odds to win a Super Bowl winners is the Buccaneers is 60%.
All right. If you're saying 60%, they're not only going to the Super Bowl, but they're what is that number 3-1 that they'll beat the AFC team? Mm-hmm. So you, by your estimation and your percentage, as winning it.
No, because I don't know. It depends on who they're getting.
Okay.
You asked the question: can they get there? You didn't ask if you can win.
I know that's what I'm saying, but you saying 60%?
Because they'll get there. The NFC is weak. We'll discuss this on Thursday.
Look, that's the second part to my why. So mine is 32%. It's not that the NFC is also weak. Come on, like there's 5 great quarterbacks in the NFC. And yes, this is the reason why I started doing the whole writing everything for the quarterbacks anyway. It was this point. Only team Tom Brady has to worry about is the Rams. That's it.
And the Cowboys.
No. I said only team he got to worry about is the Rams. The Cowboys still ain't got no run game, so I don't know how they plan on beating Tom Brady. They can't beat Tom Brady without a run game. And y'all didn't replace Zeke. So until Zeke leaves the team,
we got Tony Pollard, man. We got a 1-2 punch.
But you need a 2. You can't have just 1. Tennessee just got a very large 2.
How about we do this? How about we give you Zeke and Tony Pollard for Derrick Henry?
No. I wouldn't even give you Haskins for that.
Wow.
No. I would not give you Haskins.
Have a hard bargain, man. You're worse than
Dude, we got Haskins and Henry together. Oh my goodness.
Enjoy your 1-16 season.
Look, this is Powerade on Super. This is power, okay? But dude, Jameis Winston coming back from injury, new head coach, new direction. That ain't gonna work. Carolina Panthers, Baker Mayfield. We don't know. We don't even know. I can promise you one thing: the Carolina Panthers will start at least 3 quarterbacks, and their coach will be fired by the end of the season. And then we got Marcus Mariota. He's the only quarterback in the NFC right now who's beaten Tom Brady in the playoff series.
Did anyone mention the Packers yet?
Who?
We're just going to ignore the Packers?
Oh, you mean the wide receiverless team up in Green Bay?
Hey, Aaron Rodgers, he'll make things happen, man.
Yeah, he'll throw Hail Marys to beat the Detroit Lions.
He'll turn one of those receivers into a superstar.
What?
I said he'll turn one of those receivers into I'm telling you, man. Hey.
I know he didn't say that. I know he didn't say, Aaron Rodgers, give me all the money your team got. I'm going to turn one of y'all into a superstar. Say that again.
Look, a great quarterback that always finds a go-to guy. You know, the question is, who's it going to be? But one of those guys is going to put up big numbers.
He still got Cobb.
Possibly. We'll see who, it could be any of those guys.
All right, so Cobb's going to get.
So all those balls that used to go to Adams, those balls got to go somewhere. So
he'll throw incomplete passes. That's what he does.
Is not known for accuracy problems. Is not really.
No. It's not accuracy problems. But if he doesn't see anybody open, he's not running to save his life. No, I'll just wait on the next play, and he'll throw it out of bounds.
I'm just saying we can't ignore the Packers. You know, they will be a factor.
Yes, they'll be a playoff team. They'll be Kirk, my favorite cousins, and then they'll be Justin Fields in his second year, and then they'll be who else? Jared Goff.
Hey,
Your
don't mock my
Your
Jared.
favorite guy.
Don't mock Jared.
You want to guess where he's in my ranking?
Oh, I know he's low. We'll find out later.
He's so low, you got a pogo stick to get off him.
Last. He's last.
Nah, he ain't loud.
No, actually, he's not last. I can promise you that Jared Goff is not last.
Oh, I know. Ryan Tannehill.
Is last?
On my list.
Really?
Thank you for the laugh track. Thank you for the laugh track.
You're welcome.
I'm here all night, folks. I'm here all night.
All right. Just so we can get it out the way. Who's your number 15?
15?
Who's dead in the middle of or 16? Who's dead in the middle of the NFL for you?
Hold on. Let me bring up my notes. Middle of the pack. It's looking like your cousin, man.
You got Kirk Cousins at 16?
Your cousin.
I think, you know what? I think all of our numbers are going to be more similar than we all think.
Hey, who'd you have at 16? Kirk?
He got Kirk, my favorite cousin, at 16. Hold on.
I got.
Let me get my book.
Middle of the pack. That's where he belongs.
I got him at 16.
See? We're on the same. We're in the same ballpark, man.
Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Hey, did you see
on
my
Thursday. On Thursday. Joey over here losing his mind already.
You okay, Joey?
You're right, Joey.
Yeah, I can't find my book. Oh, here. My bad. It was right here.
Oh, he's got his.
Is that your Rocket book?
Oh
No. This is the book I started in before I got my Rocket book over here. I haven't started yet, but it's next.
The much advertised Rocket book.
Yeah.
I've heard so much about it.
Yes.
Okay. Jameis Winston is 16 for me. Whole NFL. I got Jameis Winston at 16. Big Chief, higher or lower?
Jameis Winston is lower.
You got him lower?
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, Joey, but yeah, he's.
I got Kirk Cousin at 16 as well.
Ain't that something? And we didn't even talk about it.
And we didn't talk about this at all.
We didn't even
No, we didn't. And look, Kirk Cousins for me is at 14.
Wow.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, all of our numbers, the way we all calculate, I'm telling you, we're not all gonna be that far off. Me and Big Chief had a big unveiling backstage early this morning. I think where we differ is where we're going to butt heads is going to be that number one quarterback spot for sure.
I have a feeling that me and Chief Daddy are probably on the same page on that.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said.
You know what? We're gonna get out of here, but Romero, stay on the line because now I want to know. But we're gonna save the rest of this for Thursday. Big Boy is gonna join us. For those of you who are gonna be watching, thank you. Please tune in, subscribe. Stalk them, not me. Stalk them. You know, my man right here. Hey, I don't know if y'all know, my man's about to get his degree soon. And the next thing you know, when he blow up, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna stand on his coattails. You know what I'm saying? You want me to get the brush? I'll get the cat litter brush. Now I'll clean the coattails for you. You know what I'm saying? Bring me along. I'll be like that dude backstage. Like, yeah, man, put me out there for 13 seconds a shift. But anyway, have a great day. Happy Father's Day for all you fathers out there. And Romero, stay on the line. Have a great day, folks.
That's my Top Gun